Imagine a place where hundreds of strangers gather completely naked every day, yet it remains one of the most serene and deeply respectful spaces on Earth. In Japan, there is a unique concept called Hadaka, no Tsukiai or naked communion. How does a society achieve total harmony by stripping away, not just their clothes, but all social defenses? In this video, we dive deep into the hidden social architecture of the Japanese Onsen. Beyond simple hygiene, this cultural tradition reveals a profound philosophy of sharing space through ultimate vulnerability. By decoding these unwritten rules, you'll discover a timeless lesson on how to protect individual peace, while coexisting beautifully with the world around you. Let's step beyond the curtain. Section 1. The Art of the Shared Sanctuary. Imagine stepping into a public room full of strangers, where everyone is completely uncovered. Does that sound comfortable to you? For most people around the world, this situation would feel deeply awkward. But in Japan, this exact setting is a place of ultimate peace. It is the Japanese Onsen, a traditional hot spring. Here, the atmosphere is not strange or uncomfortable. Instead, it feels incredibly serene and natural. People of all ages share the warm water in total harmony. There are no barriers, no swimsuits, and no social labels. It is a shared sanctuary built on a deep, unwritten trust. This brings up a fascinating question for us to consider. How would people in your own country react to a space like this? Would it create connection, or would it just cause pure panic? The answer reveals a lot about how we view privacy and each other. In the West, we often build high walls to protect our personal peace. We think true comfort only happens when we are completely alone. But the onsen challenges this exact idea. It shows us that a shared space can become a place of deep individual rest. It is a beautiful architecture of community and mutual respect. Section 2. The Western Spa versus the Japanese Onsen. To understand this peaceful world, we must look at a major cultural difference. Think about a premium spa in the West. What do you see there? Usually, people wear stylish swimwear, relax on lounge chairs, and sip cold drinks. They talk with friends, laugh out loud, and listen to music. The modern Western spa is a highly social space designed for entertainment. But the Japanese onsen has a completely different purpose. It is not a place for social gathering or shallow fun. Instead, it is a quiet space to connect with nature and your inner self. When you enter an onsen, you leave the loud, busy world behind. You step into a world where time seems to slow down. In a Western spa, the focus is often on individual comfort and self-care. People want to control their own environment to feel good. In contrast, the onsen is about adapting yourself to the surrounding environment. You do not try to change the space. You simply let your body sink into the natural hot minerals. This simple shift in mindset changes everything about how the space functions. Western spaces often require physical dividers to give people their personal freedom. But the onsen uses a different kind of architecture. It relies on a shared intention to keep the space pure and calm. It is a transition from external entertainment to deep internal reflection. Section 3. Step 1. The Ritual of the Boundary. The Washing Station. Before you can enjoy the beautiful warm water, you must complete the first important step. This is the washing station. To be completely honest, most Japanese people are not thinking about deep spiritual rituals when they wash. Their motivation is actually much simpler and very practical. They are simply thinking about the other people in the room. Since everyone shares the exact same bath water, you cannot enter with a dirty body. It would ruin the water for everyone else. Therefore, you sit down on a small stool. Use soap and scrub yourself clean from head to toe. This rule is a basic sign of respect for the people around you. It is about keeping the shared environment pleasant for the whole group. Imagine how comforting it feels to enter an environment where you know every single person has this mindset. It creates an immediate sense of safety and trust among complete strangers. You do not have to worry about dirt, because everyone follows the exact same unwritten rule. You take care of the water, and the water takes care of you. This simple act shows a beautiful side of Japanese social design. People gladly take their time to wash thoroughly, because they care about the group experience. They understand that their own habits directly protect the comfort of the next person. It is the very first step toward creating a frictionless, shared world. Section 4, Step 2. Keeping the water pure. The no towels rule. Once you are completely clean, you face another unique rule. You will notice that everyone carries a small white modesty towel. However, as they step into the hot spring, Nobody lets this towel touch the water. Instead, they carefully place it on the side of the tub, or even balance it on top of their heads. Why do they go to such effort to keep a clean towel out of the water? To an outsider, this might look like a strange, unnecessary habit. After all, the towel was just washed. But to the people in the bath, the logic is incredibly simple. A towel is something from the outside world. It has fibers, lint, and maybe a little leftover soap. If everyone dipped their towels into the bath, the clear water would quickly become cloudy and full of floating particles. Again, this is not a rule driven by strict, angry guards. There are no signs on the wall threatening a heavy fine if your towel slips. It is a system built on a gentle, shared awareness. People understand that the water belongs to everyone. By keeping your towel out, you are physically showing that you respect the purity of the space. For the next person who slides in, this silent agreement creates a remarkably smooth experience. You can sit back, look through the rising steam, and enjoy the pristine water. You feel comfortable because you know the person next to you is protecting the environment, just as much as you are. It is the art of leaving the shared resource exactly how you found it. Section 5, Step 3. Leaving the space invisible. The drying off. After spending a wonderful time in the hot water, it is eventually time to leave. But the care for the shared space does not end when you stand up. As you move toward the changing room, there is one last unwritten expectation. You must stop right at the glass door, take your small towel, and squeeze out the water. Then, you wipe down your body as much as possible, before your feet ever touch the mats outside. Why do people take this extra minute to dry off in the humid bath area? The reason is highly practical. The changing room floor is usually made of soft tatami mats, woven bamboo or clean wood. If everyone walked out dripping wet, the floors would quickly become soaked, slippery, and unpleasant for the next person. By drying yourself first, you make sure that the next person steps onto a perfectly dry, comfortable surface. This habit highlights a fascinating aspect of Japanese social awareness. It is the desire to leave a space without leaving a heavy trace of your presence. You enjoy the luxury of the facility, but you do not leave a mess behind for others to clean up. It is a seamless loop of consideration. You stepped into a clean room because the person before you dried off. Now you do the same for the stranger who will follow you. Section 6. The playground of water. Endless options. When you walk past the washing station, you quickly realize that a Japanese onsen is not just a single pool of hot water. It is actually a massive playground designed for physical and mental recovery. You will find a beautiful indoor bath with large glass windows and a Rotenburo, an outdoor bath surrounded by rocks, trees, and fresh air. There are jet baths to massage your muscles, herbal baths filled with natural scents, and even Denki Buro, which sends a safe, tiny electric current through the water to soothe your tight back. And the experience does not stop there. Many people love moving between the hot saunas. The traditional utaseiyu, where water cascades onto your shoulders like a waterfall, and the freezing cold plunge pools. You are completely free to create your own journey through these different temperatures and textures. It is an incredible, customized ritual of relaxation. But here is the most surprising part. Even though there are so many different stations, and everyone is moving around to try them, the space never feels chaotic or loud. People transition from the hot steam to the ice-cold water, like a quiet, synchronized dance. This brings us to another interesting question. If your city had a public place with all these amazing options, hot saunas, electric baths, and beautiful outdoor pools, how do you think people would behave? Do you think the crowd could keep it this peaceful, or would it turn into a loud, crowded theme park? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Section 7. The micro-society without labels. This brings us to the core of the onsen experience, a beautiful concept known as Hadaka no Tsukiai, or naked communion. In the Western world, we are constantly judged by the labels we wear. Our clothes, our expensive watches, and our titles tell the world how successful we are. But when you step into a Japanese hot spring, all of these superficial social markers are instantly stripped away. In the warm water, there is no difference between a wealthy CEO, a hard-working factory employee, or a retired grandfather. You will see elderly men smiling at young children and strangers, sitting shoulder to shoulder in perfect equality. Without clothes, everyone is reduced to their simplest, most authentic human form. There are no corporate hierarchies, No political divisions and no wealth gaps to separate people. This creates a unique kind of social harmony that is very rare in the modern world. It is not an engineered equality forced by laws, but a natural state of being. People respect each other simply because they are fellow human beings, sharing the same air and water. It is a peaceful micro-society built on ultimate vulnerability and mutual trust. By removing your clothes, you also remove your psychological defenses. You stop trying to project an image of power or status to the world. You simply relax, breathe, and exist alongside others. In a world that is deeply divided by social status, the Japanese onsen offers a beautiful, timeless lesson on how we can coexist in total, unfiltered harmony. Section 8. The meaning of Ma, respecting the unseen bubble. In a space where everyone is completely uncovered, you might wonder about personal space. How do people protect their privacy when there are no physical walls? The answer lies in a beautiful Japanese concept called Ma, or the space between. It is the deep understanding of invisible boundaries. It is the silent art of giving others emotional and physical breathing room. When you sit in a Japanese onsen, you will notice that people never stare at each other. Eyes naturally drift upward toward the steam or downward toward the water. If a particular corner of the bath is already occupied, the next person will gently sit a few feet away. Even in a crowded bath, everyone maintains a polite, invisible bubble around themselves. This is not a cold or unsocial behavior. Rather, it is the highest form of respect for another person's relaxation. People understand that everyone came to the hot spring to escape the heavy noise of the world. By keeping a respectful distance and choosing silence, you are actively protecting the peace of the stranger sitting right next to you. It is a beautiful paradox of Japanese social design. You are sharing an incredibly intimate public space, yet you feel completely private and secure. No one forces you to interact, and no one invades your comfort zone. Through the power of Ma, a room full of strangers becomes a collective sanctuary of individual peace. Section 9. A system built on trust, not punishment. When you look at how smoothly a Japanese onsen functions, you might expect to see a long list of strict regulations. You might look around for security cameras or tough staff members monitoring every corner. But if you look closely at the walls, you will find almost nothing. There are no aggressive warning signs, no loud announcements, and no threats of heavy fines. Instead, this incredibly beautiful and orderly space operates entirely on a system of mutual trust. It relies on a simple, powerful belief. The system trusts that every single person who steps into the water cares about the environment just as much as you do. There is no need for a referee, because the community naturally regulates itself through shared respect. If someone accidentally makes a mistake, like dropping a towel, no one shouts or starts a conflict. The person simply corrects it quickly, and the quiet harmony returns instantly. This gentle approach creates a highly mature social environment. People choose to follow the unwritten rules, not because they are afraid of being caught, but because they genuinely value the peace of the group. This offers a powerful and deeply comforting lesson for our modern global society. It proves that we do not always need more laws, heavier security, or louder punishments to create a perfect, cooperative world. True order does not come from high walls or outside pressure. It grows naturally from the inside, when complete strangers decide to trust and protect each other. Section 10. Bringing the spirit of the onsen home. As you dry your feet and step back into the ordinary world, the true magic of the Japanese onsen becomes clear. This traditional bath is much more than a beautiful tourist attraction or a luxury escape. It is a live, working model of a frictionless society. It proves that human beings can coexist beautifully in absolute openness, without losing their individual peace. You do not need a natural volcanic hot spring in your hometown to practice this unique philosophy. The beautiful lessons of the onsen can be carried with you anywhere in the world. It begins the very next time you enter a shared space. It is found in the simple decision to be mindful of the person standing right next to you. When you enter a crowded train, a busy coffee shop, or a public park, you can choose to use the architecture of wa and ma. You can consciously lower your voice, respect the unseen boundaries of strangers, and leave the space exactly how you found it. You can choose to see the people around you not as obstacles or competitors, but as fellow humans sharing the exact same journey. True social harmony does not require expensive designs or high walls. It simply requires a little bit of shared consideration. By taking off our emotional armor and stepping forward with trust, we can transform our loud, chaotic world into a universal sanctuary of peace. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you in the next video.